Hello everyone, and welcome to the next week of series we're doing here on the channel. This week we're following up the week of Risk of Rain with a week of Risk of Rain 2. Now, just like last series, I did sit and I made a new profile for the newest, or for this series, and I made it 100% just because I feel like the best way to play specifically the Risk of Rain games is with everything unlocked. But you can see my different profiles here. I've got like 50 hours on this one. I've got over 100, almost 110 hours on this one. I just made this one like 5 minutes ago. But yeah. So we're going to be playing on this one. And if we go to the logbook, we'll see. You know, we have every item unlocked. Everything. Got all the monsters. All the environment logs. I don't know why these are... Oh. We actually need to play the game with them to unlock this. Okay, interesting. All the challenges. Got all the artifacts as well. So, without further ado, I say we just jump into it. Now, let's see. I don't think I want to do a artifact run. I think I just want to, for the first episode, we're just gonna play on Rainstorm, and we're just gonna play a normal game. Let's see. We in this game, as opposed to the last one, as you can tell, the resolution's a lot better. You know, the character's not like 4 pixels tall. The game has evolved from a 2D platformer style to a 3D. I don't want to say open world, open level, I guess. There's still like the stages and there's still the timer, you know. But a lot of the old favorites returned, like Commando. We have Huntress, Multi. I think the old one was called Handy. Engineer's back. Artificer's new. Mercenary's back. Rex is new. The Loader's back. Acrid's back, and then the Captain is new. Now, as you can see, all these characters have different loadouts, and the loadouts allow you to customize what the character's abilities actually do. So I think, yeah, we also get a skin for every character. I think we're gonna do a commando run, and I think we're going to just keep him on his normal stuff, but we're gonna play with the skin because the skin looks cool. Yeah, we're not gonna do any artifacts, and fall damage is double and lethal. Okay, and rain. We're just gonna play in Rainstorm, so we're just gonna hop right into it, and then we'll spruce it up as time goes on. As you can see, it's a lot more different, I guess, than the other game, the previous game. What I mean, we can actually sprint now. You actually have to aim. It's not just like, you know, what level are you on. And that means that it also requires more skill. So you should know immediately that when I'm playing it, it will be awful. Because I'm already not great as Commando. My main, I guess you can call it, on this would be either Engineer or... That's funny, seeing tutorials pop up when you have a 100% thing. You can see in the top right we still have money, so there's still chests to buy. Okay. Predatory instincts, critical strikes to increase attack speed. I think you can also headshot enemies now. So there's like another layer of like, you know, how good are you with the trigger. Which I guess really only applies to characters with guns. Well, this is a new thing. So in this game, there's another type of currency called lunar coins. And you'll see that as soon as I picked that up, I gained 10,000 lunar coins. The cheating thing that I used allows you to start with 9,999. So I went ahead and did that in just because it makes it a lot more entertaining, I would feel. Then, because lunar coins, in my opinion, are kind of weird. Like, they last between runs. So, like, you're incentivized to grind them up in runs and then use them in runs where you are doing good, I think. Because, like, the lunar items aren't like, you know, you would think that with, like, a currency like that, it would be like, oh, these items are, like, you know, game changing, you know. Ooh, Will o' the Wisp is great. But they're not. Like, some of them are good. Don't get me wrong, some of them are good. But the lunar items are mostly good items, but with drawbacks. So, like, they could be great. You know, there are some synergies that work well. One of the things I'm thinking of is the disposable missile launcher with a lot of gesture of the drowned. But, I mean, it's very few and far between. And even that, then those synergies rely on. I'm trying to use the old buttons, pressing T to open that instead of E. Relying on, like, command and such. Also, this is not great for me right now. I'm in a bit of a pickle. I was focusing too much on talking. Alright. Just gotta focus for a second. I'm going to die. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So you can see, just, it takes a lot more brain power to do that. Yeah, I think we'll just continue with Commando. It'll give me more chance to show things about the game in the first episode at least. Now, to spend the lunar coins, we need to find a shrine that is randomly located. There's one in every level. Sometimes 2 of them spawn, but that's even rarer. And you can pay 1 lunar coin to unlock this shrine that allows you to take a portal at the end of the stage instead of the teleporter. And it will take you to I think it's called the Newt area or something, but you go and that's where you can spend the lunar coins for the lunar items. So it not only incentivizes you to save coins for the items, which I think costs like 4 or 3 per item. Mine only costs 2, actually, now I'm thinking of it. But regardless, it incentivizes you to save up for that, but then also save up for the actual pay to enter. That took a lot of health. So, in my opinion, it's a really clunky system that I don't really feel that bad about cheating the, like, max number in, because it always just kind of, I don't know why I'm trying to, like, fully justify this. It's my YouTube series, but, you know, I have opinions and they should be heard. I don't know by who, but just getting them out there. I don't know. It always felt really clunky to me. Like, I can understand if the items were, like, run changing, like, to the point where it's like, oh yeah, you have to have these items, but they're not. Like, they're nice, but it's never like, oh yes, I need, you know, I need this item that gives me an awful drawback. Okay. Also, another thing about this game, they have audio cues now, because you have to keep turning around. So you can actually hear the enemies around the stage and react appropriately. Okay. I think the first plan of action is we're going to sit here and try to get a few items before moving on. And maybe even find the Lunar Shrine. It could be down there. It's not. Okay. Probably safer to look at it from over here. Yeah, it's not down there. Okay. We got a printer. A 3D printer allows you to trade in items from one tier of difficulty to that item displayed. So it's a goat hoof printer. Goat hoofs do the same thing they did last game. They just make you move faster. But I could trade in white items for the white item of goat hoof. It's random which item it takes. It won't take other goat hoofs unless there's no other item left. But I mean, it's a, you know, if you have no good white items and that's a white item that's, you know, good, then sure, you should throw everything at it. Also, there is no shrine over here. It's kind of disappointing, not gonna lie. I will pick up this healing drone though, because the healing drones are very nice in this game. They got pretty much instant gibbed in the previous game. I think they were healing. I know they were normal drones, and they, like the enemies like had an AI that like it seemed like it just like auto focused the drones, so they never really lasted. In this game, they seem to last a lot longer, so you get your money's worth out of actually buying one. All right. Yeah, I should mention the items in this game work similar to how they worked in the last game. Yeah. As soon as I mention, I get another red item. Okay. You usually never get this lucky. I'm always amazed that I get red items like I do when I record, because when I play this game multiplayer with some of my friends, you never see a red item. But, you know, it's like this game can detect the streaming software running. Alright. Aegis, or Aegis, I don't know how you say it, is a red item that gives you a barrier shield whenever you overheal, which we can't actually take advantage of right now because we can't heal, really. We don't have any healing items. So in reality, what this item is doing for us right now is nothing. It's very important to take out these elites because they hurt so much more than the normal Lemurians. And these little head crab dudes. Awesome. That's one thing I don't like about these games is the chest placements. They are random, so I mean, you know, it gives variety to the runs, and I do agree that that's important. But it also means that when you're running off of a time-based thing and your movement is slow, then you are putting up to RNG whether or not your item that you know, is random, of course, is worth the time it takes you to get to the chest and buy it and then get back to the teleporter. Because the difficulty will spike, and if you didn't get some amazing item that compensates for that difficulty spike, then you kind of just, you know, you're wasting time, energy, and what could potentially be progress on the run. Medkit, okay. Yeah, you see that like orange barrier I had for a second there? That was the heal from Medkit activating, but with it being more health than I needed because of the healing drone, it gave me a little bit of a barrier shield. It's nice. Also, we didn't find any Lunar Shrine. Oh wait, is that one right there? No, that's a chest. Yikes. Okay. Okay. Repulsion armor plate. Basically just I think it's like we take 5 less damage from everything, which is nice, but late game enemies do a couple hundred. So it's yeah. Also, they nerfed some of the items in this version, like Infusion. Infusion, you can only get 100 max health out of Infusion, so you can't just like permanently, you know, increase your health like I love to do in the first one. Getting multiple infusions, I think, just makes it so you can get up to that max 100 faster. Oof, the Ice Elites. On death, they do a big AoE that freezes you. Alright. Can I get up here? Look at me, just Skyrim horsing it up the mountain. Come on. There is a chance that the shrine can be back here, even though that door down there is closed. And it doesn't look like it is. So, we just take a bunch of fall damage, spawn back up here. Hopefully wait a little bit to reach it. I guess if my healing drone ever comes back. There we go. Awesome. I think we'll just head to the teleporter. I don't think I've actually seen another chest. We got 3 white items and a red item that's not really useful to me, but it's a red item. So I guess if I ever find a red 3D printer, I could switch it out. Which I don't think I've ever seen a red 3D printer, but I'm sure they exist. Because there's green ones and white ones, and I think there's not lunar ones. The lunar ones are pools that remove the lunar items. All right, well, oh, there's a shrine though. We can play the gambling on the shrine. Okay, a use item and sticky bombs. All right, well, let's just. We got the Wandering Vagrant. That use item is basically a black hole. It just sucks everyone into a... oh boy. Gotta shoot those down. As you can see, the difference between the first game and this game's Wandering Vagrant is this game, obviously not being 2D, the Wandering Vagrant doesn't need to chase you around as fast as it did. But it still does a lot of damage to you if you don't watch out. You always gotta pop those bubbles if you can, because they hurt big time. And this use item is actually really nice because the trash mobs in this game, compared to the boss, have gotten immensely worse. You really need to focus them. And this is a special attack the Wandering Vagrant has that you need to kind of get behind cover. I didn't take damage there, so I was technically behind cover. I don't know exactly how. But I'm not going to question it, because I lived. You'll see that's charging up again, and we hid behind that tree, because it's, as long as you're not like directly in line of sight with the very center, I think, it doesn't count. And there we go. And it dropped us a Chrono Bauble. Not a great item. I basically can kite better, but you don't really kite in this game. You kind of just kill stuff. Another change they made from the last game's teleporter event is you no longer have to kill every single enemy on the level. You can just go as soon as the teleporter is charged. I think you do have to kill the boss, though. You do have to kill the boss, and you have to wait for the teleporter to charge up. But yeah, with that, we shall advance to the next level. Now let's see where we get. The wetland aspect. A blue orb appears. The ground's temperature begins to rise. Oh boy. Okay, so the blue orb means that there either didn't... Oh my god. Okay. So this is probably going to be the end of the run. Because these guys are the worst enemy in the game. And I suck at fighting them. So I'm not even gonna try to defend myself. The temperature begins to rise means that I think it's only Lemurians and Elder Lemurians. And the Elder Lemurians are like crazy damage dealing enemies, and this only spawns them. So I'm going to try my best, obviously. I'm not just going to phone it in. But that is just very unfortunate. And if I die here, then I think, okay. Let's see how far I can make it. Good lord, this is awful. Yeah, these rare events that happen on occasion, they're supposed to like spice the runs up, and I do agree that, you know, there is some spice to be had. I feel that it shouldn't happen, especially not this event. You know, there's one that's where it's like only the crabs, and that's fine. But spawning Elder Lemurians on the second stage is a bit rough. Like if you were a new player, like you would just die there because you don't know what an Elder Lemurian is. And I don't know, I can't imagine that's like locked behind an item, but like it could be, and it's never put upon new players, to which case that would be alright. But still, you know, I'll take that crit chance. I mean, it did get us a lot of money. We do have a lot of money now. And there is already a blue orb on the... Ow. There is already a blue orb on the teleporter, which means we don't need to find a Lunar Shrine. Awesome. Yeah, whenever you see those big red numbers, that's a crit, so it's the critical strike glasses going to work. Ooh, yes. The whatchamacallit, the attack speed on Commando is like, it's like peanut butter and chocolate. It's just perfect together. Because he largely scales off of attack speed. Okay, there's the teleporter. Just want to grab a few items that I can see around here before moving on. Because the faster I can get out of this area, the better. Let's go for mystery. Okay, monster teeth. Monster tooth, excuse me, is not as great as it was in the past game, because in the past game, the healing orbs were just attracted to you. Like, you couldn't not collect them. In this one, they just kind of sit there. So you have to physically walk over to them to get them. Which, I mean, I guess is interesting. It just makes it, like, not good of an item. Like, if those healing orbs were just drawn to you, then you could argue, like, oh, you know, that's just basically passive healing because you don't need to do anything for them. This is actually nuts. Okay, this right here is a Shrine of Blood. And you basically pay as much HP as it says, and you can get money. It's a pretty bad deal, if you ask me. I mean, unless there's, like, you know, not a swarm of Lemurians. And I also just bought a turret, which is basically a stationary gunner drone from the last game. It stays in one place. It does traverse between levels with you. It was just I had got lucky with it being right there that allowed me to take care of the horde that was following me. I keep hitting T because I am so used to playing the normal Risk of Rain. Is there anything under here? It's another tip with this game is you can't really see underwater unless you move the camera under. Okay. There we go. Alright. Well, I think with that, unless I see another chest relatively close, I think we'll just activate the teleporter and make like a tree and get the hell out of here. Alright. I think we're just gonna leave that. Alright. Go ahead and activate that. Oh my god. Okay. So, I think we die here. If I live, this will be the first time I've ever done this. Because the overloading Lemurians... Yeah, okay. That was just awful. So... Oh my god, that was such a bad episode. Oh, that was such a bad example of the game. I apologize, but this chaos is not normally what the game is. We got a random event that changed the spawns. Normally you don't just get Lemurians and Elder Lemurians, and the horde of elite Elder Lemurians for the boss is like exclusive to this event. But with that, I think I will call it a day there. So, thank you, everyone, for watching the first episode of the week of Risk of Rain 2. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you disliked it, go ahead and leave a dislike. If you'd like to see more videos like this on the channel, please consider subscribing. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. And, yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.